Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Go G Sports Show presented by the UNCG Alumni Association. I'm your host, Luke Martin. Great to have you back with us here inside the Coleman Building, where there are many happy Spartan athletic employees. And why not? The UNCG athletic squads are off to a great start, putting an end to what has been so far an extremely successful fall season. So let's not waste any more time and get you caught up to date with what is going on in UNCG athletics with our Spartan Athletics Update. And we begin with women's soccer in the SoCon tournament. And my goodness, it just didn't end exactly the way the Spartans wanted it. But what a season it was for Michael Cole and the women's soccer team. The Spartans fell in the SoCon tournament semifinals in heartbreaking fashion, surrendering the game-winning goal with 5 seconds left in regulation. Despite the tough ending, the Spartans placed 2 on the All-SoCon tournament team in junior Georgia Brown and senior Chesney White. No doubt that loss is going to sting for quite some time, but regardless, congratulations, ladies, on a fantastic season. It may be hard to believe, but it's basketball time here in Greensboro. Both the men and the women begin the season this weekend in Fleming Gymnasium. The women tip off Friday against Pfeiffer and the men Saturday against Greensboro College. 7 combined seniors will go through their final opening day this weekend. And from the women's basketball team's perspective, Lucy Mason wants to make sure her last season is a memorable one.
We've all grown over the course of the 4 years here, and every day we go in practice, it's a matter of understanding that this is the last time. That we will never get this practice back, we will never get this time back. And so I think as seniors, what we've realized is, really taking advantage of every opportunity on the court, whether it be in a sprint or in a drill, whether it be, leading somebody or speaking up in certain situations. We understand that, this is it. This is what is going to be our legacy here at UNCG, and we definitely want to leave something that's worth remembering.
After clinching the regular season crown over 10 days ago in Johnson City, Tennessee, the Spartans will look to capture the tournament championship in Johnson City, Tennessee, beginning Friday with the SoCon tournament semifinals against host ETSU. So far this season, the Spartans have played 220 minutes with the Buccaneers, and they've drawn at 2 goals apiece, both games finishing in a 1-1 tie. They begin action on the pitch at 3:30 p.m. Friday. You can see the game on the SoCon Digital Network, but forget about that option. We encourage you all to drive to Johnson City and support Coach Mullen and the Spartans. Good luck, fellas. That does it for our Spartan Athletics Update. We've reached our first break in the show, but when we come back, we will be joined by freshman phenom on the volleyball court for the Spartans, Alison Pinner. Don't go away.
What makes a Subway footlong the biggest, bestest sandwich on earth? You do. Because it's all about choice. Your choice. Of freshly baked bread, tender meats, melty cheeses, savory sauces, and your favorite vibrant, colorful veggies. The handcrafted Subway footlong. Nothing bigger, nothing better. In the end, the wrapper may say Subway, but it's got your name all over it. Subway. Eat fresh.
I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Greensboro and Winston-Salem, it would be Jason Bramblett. He attracts hundreds of buyers and creates so much demand that Jason can guarantee if your home doesn't sell at a price and deadline you agree to, he will buy it. Partner with the agent I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Welcome back to the Let's Go G Sports Show, presented by the UNCG Alumni Association. I told you she'd be on the show. She's now joining us. That is the freshman phenom, the setter on the UNCG volleyball team, Alison Pinner. Allison, thanks so much for taking the time to come on the show. Is it kind of hard to believe that year one here at UNCG for you is almost in the books?
Yes, it's kind of crazy. It flew by. I didn't really expect it to, but when they say, it really does fly, it really does. But
you mentioned for you heading into this year, and I kind of asked you earlier in the season about this, but not on the show. That was just after a practice. Did you kind of expect that you would have such a critical role for this team heading into this year?
I don't think I really expected this big of a role, but they really helped me adjust to it, and that really helped. But all the girls really helped me figure out how to work with the teammates. I never really knew how big that role would be, and they really helped me adjust to it.
You mentioned adjusting. What was the biggest adjustment period for you going from high school to college, from going from maybe kind of having a little bit of a role to being a really huge part of this volleyball team?
I think it's a completely different game. College is a lot faster. They hit a lot harder, but high school to college was a big difference. But club really helped me adjust to that college level, because if I had just played high school, not club, it would have been harder. But yeah, that transition is a completely different kind of game.
And for you, you decided to play volleyball, but that's after a high school career where you were pretty successful on the basketball floor and as well in track. What led you to really wanting to decide to push volleyball in your career?
It was definitely the sport that I enjoyed the most, and I had the most success at. We made it to state, and my teammates, I just had overall good experience with it. And volleyball is big in Nebraska, and club volleyball, you have more of an opportunity. There's more programs. So I guess it was easier to get involved with.
For you, how did UNCG kind of come into the picture for you, and when did Coach Carlin kind of come into the picture as well? This would be a school that you'd want to go play volleyball at.
They saw me my second to last club season in Orlando, and they reached out, and they're actually one of my last college visits I went on. And I really liked the whole program and the business aspect, because I wanted to pursue accounting. And overall, it's just a great fit, and it was perfect.
Well, it's been a great fit thus far. You and the ladies have been on such a roll. I know the ETSU game was a little bit of a bummer this past weekend, but what was clicking with you and the team in that 10-match win streak?
I think we kind of figured out how we all worked together. It took a while, but we had our skills, we were top-notch. Our hitting efficiency was crazy, but all together, everything clicked, and that's how we got on that 10-win streak. It was great. And
ETSU, mentioned a little bit of a downer there on senior night, but the last time you guys lost to them, you rattled off 10 in a row. What's the key to take what was a negative but turn it into a positive here with a weekend left before the conference tournament?
Yeah, ETSU definitely showed us what we need to work on, and film will really help us come back this next weekend on the road. 2 tough games, but they really helped us point out what we need to work on for this next couple games that we have left.
Mitchell, what's the mentality of the team heading into this weekend? You're rolling right along. It seems like breezing through Furman as well, who you have on the road to close out the season. But after a tough game like that, what's been the mentality of the team?
I think we're ready to get back on it. We're watching film today. We have practice the rest of the week, and we're ready just to work on it and get back to them. So, yeah.
Well, it should be a lot of fun to watch Allison and the volleyball team the rest of the way. Allison, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Once again, that was Alison Pinner. Join us here on the Let's Go G Sports Show, and that does it for this week's edition of the Let's Go G Sports Show, presented by the UNCG Alumni Association. For everybody in Spartan Athletics, for Alison Pinner, I am Luke Martin saying so long from the Coleman Building.